Alright, so here we are at O'Brien Park. Kind of turn in here and park here. And I would kind of say the park is in Turley. It's in Tulsa County, obviously. But I think the town is Turley, Oklahoma. But as you can see, it's just an open area. And I'll just show you around a little bit. There's a nice sidewalk here so you can jog and everything. And then there's a neighborhood that it borders, so it's kind of nestled in the community. This is like a rural subdivision of Tulsa. Okay, and actually you can turn in here. So here's an entrance right here. And I actually parked over there, so it's a little bit of a walk, but if I were coming to this park, I would park in here. And as you can see, there's one way in, one way out kind of thing. And it's a tobacco-free park, so please keep that in mind. But you have a nice track here, and today is actually a beautiful day. It's about 70 degrees. It's actually 5 p.m., so it's still bright and sunny. But this is quite nice. Just pan for you a little bit. All right, so from here you can see the park is pretty expansive here. A lot of open area. You can see there's a lot of field and open area right here, even though there's families in here playing. All right, so there is a little workout area here. It's currently closed because of the pandemic. So can't ensure that people are cleaning those between use, so that's pretty smart. But as you can see, this is a covered area, so that's nice. And there are some benches out here. And there's a good amount of trees and opening, and so it's a nicely blended park. Alright, and as you can see here, there's a pond here. Got your typical geese, and it has a couple little streams that kind of feed off of it, so that's pretty nice. We're gonna head this direction. Alright, so I just realized that I parked at the O'Brien Golf and Practice and Training Center. So open year-round, weather permitting, so that's pretty cool. And actually, before I move my car, we'll kind of walk over here. Alright, so here's a bit of a better look at this area. You can practice driving like that gentleman is right there. Actually, put your bag right there and you could drive from here. So that's cool. And then you have this tree line over here where you can kind of chill out. Like if you wanted to come with your family over here, you could do that and do a little grilling. Alright, so as you can see here, this is a nice little oasis away from the main park. The practice golf course is over there, but in here, it's broad daylight. It's the warmest part of the day, between like 3 and 6 o'clock really. Here, but this is very, very nice. You got a bench in here, you know, and there is a little grill in front of that sign there that you could use. I mean, obviously you're not going to cook, you know, freaking steaks and all that kind of thing, but this is very nice. And if you wanted to sit over here while your spouse or boyfriend or girlfriend practices golf, right, so this is a great day to be out here. As you can see, there's not much going on here. Just a practice range, and there's the road all the way down there. But anyway, this is quite nice. There's a little oasis I came from, so this is well kept too. I mean, this, you know, looks pretty good, especially for a county park. Not saying that Tulsa doesn't do his job, but I'm just saying, very nice. All right, so there is kind of the pond I was showing you earlier, and I'll drive back there in a second. But I pulled up a little bit. I came from over there, so that road kind of winds down here, and here's a parking lot. And as you can see, there's a playground over there, and there is a splash pad right here. So obviously it's not up and running right now, but this is neat. You know, parents can sit here and watch their kids play about in the water. It's relatively safe. The water's clean, that sort of thing. So I always like to see these. All right, and so here you have some restrooms, and you have the hours of the splash pad. Obviously it's not running right now because things are still coming back up to speed. Alright, so I'm on the other side of that building, and as you can see there's a bicycle rack, and there's places for you to be able to sit. And I think here's the front door. On Saturday it's open from 10 to 3. So we'll kind of take a look inside. See, I think it's like a recreation center if I'm not mistaken. But there's plenty of parking here. So there's a little baseball field down there that I'll show you here in a second. But yep, and then there's plenty of benches and things. All right, and one thing I wanted to point out before I got to the last part is that there are the tennis courts, and as you can see, there's like a semi-hard basketball court there. But the trail kind of comes back here, so you can get some good walking in. So you know, if you're not in great shape, you might want to come back here and park like that lady did, and park all the way around, and maybe you just want to do that because it's a bit more secluded. But yeah, it's an open area. Obviously you want to be safe, but this is the back of that rec center. Alright, so I'm going to do a little drive-by here of this baseball stadium. So we're just going to roll by it here. As you can see, there's some stands there. And actually, I think this might be a little auxiliary field right here. But as you can see, there's like a maintenance facility for the park, and there's like a border for personal property. But we'll kind of put the window down. But there are benches and things over here. As you can see, there's parking over here. And the cool thing about this park, and I know I'm switching around a lot, I apologize, is that you can drive around through here. So as you can see, there's a lot of parking here. Okay, so like I was saying, this is quite an expansive park. So I mean, it would take me way long time to kind of walk it. But the cool thing is that you can drive back here and drop your kids off, or drive, you know, and drop grandma and pawpaw off. And then there's this little parking circle right here because that's someone's personal property, obviously. So this is like the edge right here, but I mean, all of this is baseball stadium or baseball fields. So, you know, you can have little tournaments on the weekend. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching this video. Right now, I am in a path or a little walkway that cuts in between the fields. Apparently, there are 8 fields back here. And there's a lot of different walkways and good parking to where you can park and walk a shorter distance, or you could pull up and let somebody out if they have a disability or you don't want them to walk very far. So that's pretty cool. I thought I'd give you a little insight into the area because I don't know the area and I'm kind of rambling in this clip. Right, so as we come back here, you can see there's a restroom area. Obviously, when you have this many fields, you need restrooms because parents and things are going to be back here. So, but yeah, this is quite nice. That's a nice field right there. And that's a nice field right there. And as you can see, there are wide sidewalks here. So if you have a wheelchair, or you're not supposed to have skateboards and scooters and vehicles on this, but it's very accessible. You could park right there and the person can be rolled up. There's concessions there, which is convenient. Right, so I'll give you a little bit of a closer look. Apparently there are 8 fields back here. That's a neat sign, and it's cool to see the drillers support North Tulsa baseball. Tobacco free. And it's a good sport because there's a team aspect, and then at the same time there's personal, you know, achievements and things that you can get by batting really well or making incredible catches. Oh, and I forgot to point out, there are batting cages back there. But there's a little road here that drives between the fields, so again, you don't have to walk a ton if you don't want to. And this is kind of that back area. As you can see, there are a few more ponds back here. I'm not going to get out and walk that, but ooh, that looks really pretty. Okay, I'm actually going to exit the park, but keep the phone in here. All right, ladies and gentlemen, at this point, I'm going to go ahead and wrap the video up. I'd like to thank you all for watching and to remind you that my video does not do this park justice. As with any video I shoot, you'll want to get out here and see this for yourself. Like I said, there are a ton of fields, a ton of open space, ponds, picnic areas, a basketball court, tennis courts, you name it. Anywho, I hope you enjoyed the video, and I will see you in the next one.